Okay, here in this video, been telling you about the jobs going out the door. Told you about the jobs. I was reading the reports and what we're seeing in reports a year and a half before they actually started really being noticeably going out the door, even though they've been going out the door for a lot of years under everybody's nose. And nobody noticed. That's right. Nobody noticed that their government was stripping their jobs out of their land and giving it to the foreigners and not returning the jobs. That's right. And what few they return is only so that people don't notice what they're actually doing. And by the time the people actually notice what they're doing, oh man, we've got 2 million people unemployed. That's right. And it's only going to get worse. Here, let's take a look and see what your government's done with the job market in the last year, okay? So watch this. I'll be right back with you.
A new study by the Economic Policy Institute has found that U.S.-based companies created more jobs overseas this year than they did inside the United States. 1.4 million jobs were created overseas versus less than 1 million in the United States. At the firm DuPont, the number of U.S. employees has shrunk by 9% since 2005, while its workforce grew by 54% in Asia-Pacific countries. At Caterpillar, more than half of the 15,000 people hired this year were outside the United States. Meanwhile,
yeah, so what you see there? Yeah, that's what we've been telling you about all along. And here, this shows you right there, don't it? That report there right there shows you where our jobs are going. That's right. See, so while they're scamming you and bringing back a trickle of jobs, they're taking out 3/4. In other words, take out 3/4 of the jobs, give them a quarter back. Take out 3/4, give them a quarter back. Take out 3/4, give them a quarter back. And pretty soon there won't be no jobs left. That's right. There'll be massive unemployment. That's what we're looking at right now. That's right. That's exactly what we're looking at right now. Everything we've told you about, but you want to turn your heads. You want to look the other way. You want to say when people tell you the truth and show you what's going on rather than stand up for yourselves and stand together as one, that you would rather attack them and call you evil for daring to show them the truth. Because they want to turn around like the coward they are and cover their eyes and they think it'll go away. Yeah, you're in a hungry lion's den. You think it's going away? Go ahead. You're the next meal, fool. Anyhow, here, now we know what's going on there. We've been talking about that. Let's see where else this goes. Because, see, now we have the environmental, we have the new green jobs. That's right. We have global warming, the fraud, the scam, the complete hoax. Global warming, that's what that is. It's a fraud, it's a scam, it's a complete hoax. It's like everything else, to line their pockets with money. So let's take a look at this.
The incoming chair of the House Energy and Commerce Committee is threatening to derail the Environmental Protection Agency's plan to regulate greenhouse gas emissions. Republican Congressman Fred Upton of Michigan is describing the EPA's plan as a, quote, unconstitutional power grab that will kill millions of jobs. Upton made the threat in an op-ed piece in the Wall Street Journal co-written by Tim Phillips. Phillips is a global warming denier and president of Americans for Prosperity, an organization founded by billionaire David Koch.
So what you're really seeing there, if you think about that report really close, the EPA, government, bankers, global elites, corporations. There you go. That's right. What did I tell you about the global warming? It was nothing but a scam. That's right. So when they have somebody that already knows that's got a lot of money, as you just heard right there in that report, that knows the global warming is a scam and sees what their unconstitutional power grab is about, and that's going to take millions more jobs away from the Americans, because that's exactly what it's about. Why do you think she's talking about the EPA and blah, blah, blah? Let's take that back. EPA, yeah. Spells what? It spells government. That's right. And of course, their power grab would cost you millions of more jobs. Because they don't want you having any jobs. They're about to bring this country down. You people ain't going to do anything about it. You don't care if they bring your country down around you. You don't care if they crash your dollar. You ain't going to do anything about it. You know why? Because you're going to be too busy being a troll and laughing and hurting somebody else. Or you're going to be too busy turning your back and looking the other way and getting ate up by the lion. Because you didn't know you was in the lion's den when you turned your back, did you? That's right. Or you're going to be too busy calling somebody a racist name. Or you're going to be too busy picking your mindless fluff and stuff for your drama. That's right. The ability to love one another in today's society. That's right. is basically the ability to treat another human being like complete, utter garbage. That's what you call love in today's world. That's right. What is evil is considered good. And what is good is considered bad. That's why you hate me, because I tell you the truth and you can't stand it, can you? Because the truth hurts your lying ass, don't it? Now let's take a look at some more corruption in the government.
An international human rights group has revealed the Obama administration has refused to help the Polish government investigate claims that the CIA ran a secret black site prison inside Poland. Polish prosecutors launched a probe in August 2008, but U.S. authorities have refused to cooperate, claiming they consider the matter closed. Flight records show that 7 CIA planes landed in 2002 and 2003 at Szymany, a Polish military base in northeast Poland. Meanwhile, WikiLeaks has released secret U.S. diplomatic cables that show the U.S. government also refused to help the United Arab Emirates investigate the assassination of a Hamas military commander in Dubai last January. Dubai officials have long suspected Israeli intelligence agency Mossad was behind the killing of Mahmoud al-Mabhouh. The leaked cables show that the U.S. rejected a formal request from UAE government to provide credit card information about the suspects in the killing. The suspected assassins were using credit cards issued by the Iowa-based Metabank.
Now there's some blatant corruption for you, done by your very own government, right in your own face. And this is the reason you're going to lose your country. This is the reason millions will die. This is the reason Third World War will happen. See, because right there before your eyes, we just seen 2 major playouts, okay? That's right. We seen what? You know what you seen there? You seen complete, utter corruption. You seen the ability to, well, think about Guatemala, The prison, yeah. Now the United States' answer is, oh, well, that's closed. It don't matter what you saw is closed. We're not going to discuss it. That's how criminals work. They don't want to discuss it because it's none of your business that they get ready to kill you. It's none of their business that they torture an innocent human being. So what if they took somebody off the street and tortured them and tortured them and tortured them and made them confess to something they never did in their entire life and made them give a written statement of it, and until they did it, they were going to get tortured and tortured and tortured and tortured and tortured and tortured. So what? And then when they put their fucking bold-faced lie out there that this person said they were part of Al-Qaeda, they forgot to tell you about the 6 months or the 3 months or the year or the 2 years that they tortured them every single day to get them to do it. They forgot to tell you that they made up the entire story and told this person they were going to say it and confess to do it and be prosecuted for it. That's right. And the only reason they cooperated is because they were tortured and tortured and tortured and tortured. Just to get the pain and the agony to stop. That's the sickness we have going on, and that's why the government calls it a closed case. And then we have the other shit. Blatantly blocked it. Well, who's with Israel? Of course, the home of the Rothschilds. Your global elite. Who's been running the United States government? The home of the Rothschilds. That's right. Why do you think the United States sides with Israel so well? Because the bankers are making the division. They got to stand with Israel because that's the way it was scripted. That's right. And you hear how they blocked that investigation? See, even in Iowa, that's right, a state of Iowa in the United States, okay, with MasterCard, that's right, can't release the information to help them find out who killed the person, can we? Well, of course we can't, because it was United States CIA involvement. United States CIA government involvement in that assassination. And that's the reason that the United States government's blocking them from getting access to MasterCard records. And so there's a state of Iowa involved in this too. That's right. MasterCard. You heard it. Just play back that little clip. You're going to hear her say Iowa. MasterCard. And when you think about it, what do you see? Government involvement. Why did the government stop them from getting them records? Because they don't want you to know who killed them, because they don't want you to know they're involved. See, this is what happens, people, when you allow criminals to be your leaders. When you allow criminals to run you. See, you know what's really pathetic is how millions of people, millions and millions and millions of people globally can just idly stand back and let a handful of people dictate their fucking lives. Let a handful of people fucking shit all over them, walk all over them, live up the high life and drop them in a ditch like they're a piece of fucking peasants fucking trash. And you don't do anything about it. Because you'd all rather fight each other than stand up for what's right and stand up for yourself. So how about growing the hell up like I've told people? How about growing up? Why don't you practice that first? Because see, a real adult don't fight. A real adult don't have to fight because they know how to be an adult and compromise. A real adult don't go to wars. A real adult don't pull this shit. And real adults would stand up and put these criminals where they belong. Oh, but that's right, I forgot. We're not in the land of the brave, we're in the land of the cowards. That ain't no lie. Think about it. Leave your comments and opinions. Next video, you have a good one.